its finest.
Tomfoolery.
Inspiration
Oh,
Nation.
hello, Bill.
Hello. Lee Kemp here, trying to do the podcast intro as Joe just crashes all over me. Ryan, Jose, Lee, we're back to a full strength threesome. How are we doing?
Very well,
really,
thank you.
really good. I did crash you because Bill just joined and Claire just joined. Oh, Triple Eight's in the house. Triple Eight's back. And just saying, Jose, welcome. The boys are listening here, Triple Eight. So ask a question, I'll help, and I'll ask them. There you go. Look at that for an intro. Triple Eight's back in the house. Over to you, Lee.
Thank you. Appreciate the hand over. TikTok, YouTube, we're live on both. I'm looking at one corner of my eye to chat GPT to get to the subject, so I'm slightly distracted, but on a podcast productivity mentality. Again, Jose Noya, Inspirational. Just stick that into your Google machine. Follow him on YouTube and TikTok for loads of great Jose content. If you want to see Jose every day, I mean, one day a week is enough for me, but if you want to see him more, follow him there, get loads of great content. Most importantly, you will get told when we are going live each and every week, and you can join in as those great people have done. I'll try and keep an eye on YouTube for the chats as well because it's off my screen. So chime in, ask questions if you are there, and if you want to point out anything funny about Joe's appearance, throw that in the chat too. We appreciate that.
Well, I don't know what you mean about that, but I'm just going to ask you a question because Triple Eight has asked a question. How are we all doing?
Go.
Just asked it. They've already asked, how's everyone? Asking not about me, but asking about you. You guys, how are you doing? That's what she said.
That's what pretty good. Pretty good, thank you.
There you go, Triple Eight. What about you?
I'm good. I was talking to Ryan the other day when we were out for some beers last week, and it's peaks and troughs. And because Ryan mentioned to me, it seems like that almost every week I'm like, oh, I'm really pushed for time, blah, 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 blah. And I think I'm coming to the end of a peak at the moment. So it's a good place to be. It's a good place to be.
Oh, I was going to go into something, but I wasn't going to say anything. Go, carry on with your subject quickly before I get sidebarred. Quickly.
I like a sidebar.
Honestly, I was thinking my mind's going at different places.
Talk it through.
What are you thinking, Jose? This is for you. Share it. This is Jose Noya's
No,
Inspiration
there was something
Nation.
you said about your peak, and I said what, and it was something that I was talking about your peak, and
Well, you're going to be rude because this is
it was like innuendo bingo,
educational podcast. We don't have room for your smut.
Sorry, I think you prepped me before the session. That's what's happened.
We'll talk about this after the podcast. I'm not happy with your lack of professionalism.
I'm in trouble now. I'm going to get.
No room for this.
Okay, this conversation is going in a wildly different direction.
That's what I said. This is what you invited me to bloody do it, you two. So stop it. Come on, get on something.
Me? I just said speak your truth.
Yeah,
I did speak my truth. And look at me sidebar it. I did say I was sidebar the whole blooming conversation.
Unprofessional.
Okay.
So, what we're going to talk about today that is suggested by Chat Gerald Peter Thompson is what high performers do differently, in brackets, that no one else talks about. So, tips on it. So, I haven't got, in fact, I'll ask it for a quote in a minute to support this, but this is something where people, things that I reflect on for myself, and people ask about advice on how you do well, etc., etc., etc. And really, how you get on is all the stuff you do when no one's looking. It's important to do the right things, be present, front the right people, etc., etc. But and I'll give you the tips it gives you, and I agree with all of these. Number one of what people do, what high performers do differently, is boring consistency. You have to show up every day. Not having a great day when it's high focus. Not every Wednesday I'm absolutely brilliant. Not every week I'm absolutely brilliant. Every day, 365 days a year, however many years, 10 years in a decade, blah, 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 every day. And you need to put in your best. Now, your best fluctuates, doesn't it? But it's that being consistent, building in strong routines, giving it your best every day. True success and true high performance doesn't come from quick bursts of energy. It comes from that consistency. So, I say it's not exciting to talk about, but boring consistency is number one, and I agree. So, what do we think on that before I move on?
I totally agree with that, and I think it's the little steps of consistency every single day which matter. And I'm going back to James Clear. So long as you're good, as long as your good days outweigh the bad, you've got to voting for the person you want to become, and that's what I'm going to add to that, and that's why I'm leaving it. I think it's so true, and it is the boring consistency. It is about just doing it every day. It's like making the bed, isn't it? That we talked about.
Which
Starting
I
the day with
do
making your
every
bed.
day.
Same. If it's, I am the one, I do that every day, and it's funny actually because since I've done that, it's almost like not my beloved does it as well, but it's almost like a routine we've got together. If I've gone out early for tennis and I've gone out for tennis, and then I come back and the bed's made. It's really interesting how when you do things like this, you don't have to say the thing. People will just almost like absorb it as well when you do these things. And I've done it as well. When I've seen people be really consistent, I absorb it. Like, when I listen to, say, for instance, people playing the tennis and they're really good, what do? I try and absorb what they do, the practice, the repetitions, like my physio suggested exercise. I do them every single day. And so I know that repetition, good repetition, i.e. the things that you need to work on every single day in a very small way, adds up massively over time. And so
Absolutely.
massive advocate of it. And it doesn't have to be, like you said, Lee, that massive burst of energy and then then you lose momentum. It's that just gradual, like the marathon, not a sprint analogy, which I really, really love. So I love this, and I think it's not boring. In fact, I think it's really valuable and doable, which I think is doable, which I think is the good thing about it. Because I never used to think it was doable, because you look at people so far ahead, think, oh, how'd they do that? Well, it's because they're just consistent every time. You just see a snapshot of the success they had, but over time. But you haven't seen the work that's gone in before, that everyday thing for maybe 3 or 4 years they've done. You just think, oh, they're great. No, they're great because they've done the thing every day for the past 10 years, or a sprinter, or a tennis player, or a singer, or a dancer. They're just great because they practice the craft. So every single day in a small way. So yeah, I love that.
I agree. I think consistency is key, and understanding that you need to be on it as much as you can is really important. Obviously, people, as you said, Lee, have up days, good days and bad days, and what 100% looks like can differ on a day-to-day basis. But as long as you're fully committing and you're being consistent to what you're trying to do, then you're kind of putting yourself on the right path, aren't you?
Love that.
Absolutely.
Can I just say something quickly?
Okay, you look like I was going to tell you off
in
there. Of course you can add something.
Well, I better ask permission because I always get told off and get reprimanded. Okay, so Triple Eight said something. This is what they've said. Triple Eight said, I'd be more worried about the man who's done one kick 1,000 times more than a man who's done 1,000 kicks. I think what they're trying to say is do the same kick 1,000 times. That's a good thing to the prediction, rather than just do 1,000 kicks randomly. I think that's I think that's what
do the same
Triple
thing
Eight's trying to say
over,
there.
over.
Yeah, like David Beckham would practice that left. He was left-footed, right? Was he left or right? I can't remember. He was right, wasn't he? Right-footed.
Right, he's right-footed, yeah.
He's right, wasn't he?
I don't know if we
but
met
think
before.
How many times
My
he hit that.
Lee. Sport questions are not up my alley.
Well, okay. Well, you do wrestling, so I challenge that. Because wrestling is a sport. Anyway, so he goes out and does his free kicks, right? He used to practice those free kicks a ton, and that's why you could do those things out there. So all over that. Thanks for that, Triple Eight. Brilliant addition. There you go.
Absolutely,
Done.
100%. Drilling down on that a bit. So some other bits on this high performance thing. So I'll give you 4. So showing up daily, doing that consistency. That's what you need to do. Finishing things, I think, is a key thing. Not just starting onto the next, but see something through. We've talked before about my regrets on giving up on stuff too early, and that's not finish it. That's been it. And even if you finish something and it's not successful, you take learnings from it. If you just give up on it, you've got nothing. Keeping promises to yourself and tracking progress.
Oh, yeah, measuring. Yeah.
What did we do before
really
we clicked the live button here, guys?
Oh, it was brilliant. Oh,
went through stats,
little
didn't we?
measuring.
Stats,
yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing. Tracking progress, looking at how well you're doing. And we, that was 7 years worth of data there. If we looked at a few bits in isolation, not so meaningful, but that longer, big term picture is exactly what. There's loads of ways to do it. As you know, journaling isn't my thing, but there's lots of ways to track progress. But you need to have something to show what you're doing, to pick the small wins out from the big wins. And as long as you're tracking those small things, the bigger stuff takes care of itself.
Well, that trend you showed, we saw the 7 years, didn't we? And it's like that gradual up, and then there's that last quarter, which is a real uptick, which is like, if you just looked at that isolation, you wouldn't have seen that. But it was really lovely when you showed that. I thought, oh God, that is a big incline increase. That was interesting. Love that. Yeah. It's like you don't see the progress in the daily, you see it in the yearly or the 2 yearly or the 3 yearly.
Absolutely.
Or the decade, you see it. Yeah. And
tracking out.
that's
That's
where
what
people...
we've done. We've said to ourselves,
Yeah.
haven't we? We're going to keep doing this. We're going to do it every week.
Yeah.
It doesn't. We're not.
Forever.
And we're gonna do it, and the process will take care of itself. That's our promise we've made. This is us finishing things. This is us showing up daily. That daily might be once a week, but we've got a rhythm and we do it.
Yeah.
And this is what builds that. And it's the same if you're like Joe with tennis, you want to do, Ryan with pool, me with insert sporting activity here, or with work,
wrestling.
or with anything else. I don't think sitting in front of the TV watching something I'm not like the best person at watching.
No, but you're doing the...
I probably am the best person at watching.
Aren't you doing the cross trainer thing in a minute? Is that still going, isn't it?
So other things you might want to do, like if you're at work
or
anything else like that. These are those things to do. It's
okay.
I think I've said to you, certainly Brian, previously, and people, what matters most is just getting your head down and doing the work. That's where it comes through. That's that consistency. That's that finishing things. This is that actual getting your head down and doing all the stuff that nobody sees really is what drives that high performing bit, because you're doing it for the work, you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it because you're keeping those promises to yourself, and that's what then drives everything else.
I think those victories in
strong advocate for all of this, that this is the key to success is getting your head down and doing what I like to call the deep work.
Do you know what? And you remind me of something I'd forgotten for a while. In my lovely book, I probably can't get it. It's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it's in here. I've lost it somewhere. But it goes on about the private victory, and I think that's the promises to yourself, is where you win inside first, then it appears on the outside. And I used to really struggle with that concept. Well, if I do this, what's it going to do? But it actually does. It builds confidence. It builds these things that then project, which is really powerful. So I really love that, Lee, that you brought that out.
Absolutely. Really I was going to say, if you are forgetting things, Joe, you can get like bracelets and stuff with your address on it for people of a certain age.
Lee.
I'm
sure there's one in the post to me, isn't there, Lee?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Oh, it's down there. I can see it. Sorry, it's just down there. My wife's had a bit of a tidy up, and it's down there because anyway, carry on. I won't sidebar this conversation. Love it. Yeah, I spotted it.
No. I really think that the audience out there is quite interested in the tidiness of your room.
It's not that tidy, to be fair.
Right, I've got conscious on time, guys, and where we are, I've got 3, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 quotes to give to support this. Joe, right now, if you're on YouTube, is holding up a book that you cannot see because of his blur. Oh, there, it's there now. It's there now.
I'm now Covey. That's Covey, it.
The 7 Habits of High. That's the book in front of your face is much better than seeing your face.
That's why I'm doing it, Lee. That's why I thought you'd like it.
Upgrade. So, are there any further thoughts before I give us some quotations?
No. It's fine.
What is he doing?
I don't know. Have you had too much? Have you had an afternoon coffee today, Joe? Is that what this is?
I would never do that to you, too. Honestly, this is the lowdown version.
Before I give you quotes, would you want me to make your day, Jose?
Just please.
I now, once it gets past lunchtime, only have green tea and not coffee.
Wow, you're amazing. That is pretty profound.
Stage in my life.
Do you know green tea's got caffeine in it?
Maybe a little bit's tiny, isn't it? It's not much. It's not like having.
But anyway, no, I think that's brilliant. I really do, Lee. I think I've had to do that. It's almost like getting to my stage of life.
Well, again, I'm only 3 years off how old you were when we started this podcast, and I'm pretty sure I used to.
Oh my God, that's scary.
So I'm moving at the correct pace. Careful,
You are,
guys.
you
I'm
are.
going to turn up with a vegetarian pizza next.
Oh, no. I'll be outnumbered at that point.
I was going, bloody hell, where's my pepperoni? For Christ's sake.
So 3 quotes here, and I know I said it already, but I say again, and for people listening, for me, this message, the consistency, the success inside, the doing the job to do a good job and doing that every day, that's what builds the momentum, that builds success. It doesn't come any other way. I think it's one of the absolute keys. So three quotes for you. Number 1, I don't know if you've heard, this is from a guy called James Clear. We might have heard of him before, I'm not sure.
Oh, well, that guy? What, that guy?
Well,
Tied into what
the next book under his desk.
Ryan just saw me looking about. That guy?
High performers aren't special; they just build better systems. And I agree. There's an answer.
Yeah.
Okay, but for me, we've talked about the things I do. Having those
Yeah.
routines, having those systems, working smartly, absolutely builds all of it. And having those systems, those habits, those behaviours, habits in what you do, habits in how you learn, habits in how you pick yourself up after you fall, that absolutely is key. So Mr. James Clear there. Number 2, from a Tim Grover, who is a coach who worked with elite athletes like Michael Jordan. I presume he's some sort of sports player of some sort. I know who Michael Jordan is. I'm just being silly.
I know you know who Michael Jordan is.
I didn't think you did for a minute. I didn't think you did.
I like that.
Did you believe it? My God. Yeah, well done, Lee. Good
Being
one.
relentless means demanding more of yourself than anyone else could ever demand of you.
Yeah, that's a hard one, isn't it? That's a difficult
But it is,
one.
you've got to, you have to expect more than anyone else. That's where it comes from. It doesn't come from anywhere else, and you need to drive that.
Yeah.
And the last one, from a young gentleman by the name of Aristotle.
Ooh, philosopher.
We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit.
Yeah, what a quote. What a
Isn't
quote.
it? And that's why I want that one. I love all 3 of them, but that just
what
stuck
a
out.
quote. Yeah.
It's all, and it's back to what James Clear said. It's all. This is all about habits and consistency. It's what drives it all. I can't sell that message enough, and I didn't learn that. No, I did. Well, I learned it at the right time. I am where I am now, but I could have learned that a lot earlier in life. I think there was a lot of things that I didn't think were possible, but I didn't think they were possible because they didn't just happen. I didn't see that consistency model, and I do now, and it is life-changing.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. I think. Yeah, go on.
No. Or is it
Yes.
when you do it? I was going. Any final thoughts, guys, before I tell everyone where our website is and we make some strange noises into the microphone?
Yeah, there was, and I totally forgot. There was a brilliant takeaway, and I shouldn't have written it down. I had a takeaway, and it's gone. Brian, you got anything? I'll let you go because I might come back to me.
I think this might be I might have to get a counter for the amount of weeks we say this in succession, but the aggregation of marginal gains, step by step, 1% at a time. It's an underlying principle of so many of the quotes we talk about, and so many of the beliefs that we try and promote and share, is just doing anything is better than doing nothing.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, absolutely with you.
If you remembered to quote,
yeah, I love that.
Jose?
No, I haven't.
Remember why we're here, what we're doing, Inspiration Nation?
Yeah, there was a really good thing that I just thought about, and it's just slipped my mind. It's really annoying because I must remember. Write it down, Jose. But for me, it's just really on this one is I think, as Ryan really says, I think it's the belief in just doing something, like Ryan said, a small achievable thing, and then having the sub goals. So just do the thing every day, and you'll just get better at it.
Every day, 100%. When you do remember,
and small,
Jose,
very small.
When you do remember,
I
want you
that's
to,
what it is.
Quick, you got
That's
like
what
30
it is.
seconds.
Sorry.
So go.
Systems. That's what it is. Because when you talk about habits, it's building systems to build the habits. So that was what it was. It was making sure things are really easy for you to do. The habit is the system that James Clear talks about, and I really do. That's the one thing that's accelerated what I do, is just building systems that help you do it very easily. So make your environment help you build the habit. So yeah, there you go. That's my takeaway.
Good stuff. Great conversation as always, guys. Everyone out there, inspirationnation.org.uk, 7+ years of superb content on there for you to pour back through. Great stuff in there, and you can see our journey as we've put this stuff into practice. Again, Jose Noya, Inspiration Nation. Stick that in your Google machine. Follow him on both TikTok and YouTube. You'll get loads of great nuggets. You can join in live like everyone has. Any shout outs to do before I wrap us up, Jose?
No, 888, just 888, giving them a shout out. So that's amazing. Yeah, I love that. Thanks, 888, for shout out.
All that's left to do, I say 3, 2, 1, Inspiration Nation. Catch you guys later.
Catch you guys later.
Ryan, where's yours? No.
I've never done this.